Hello, welcome to Live's channel. Today we will learn about the remarkable journey of Sal Stowers and her groundbreaking initiative that's transforming pain into purpose through her inspirational Women to Women series, The Genesis of Empowerment. Sal Stowers, beloved for her portrayal of Lonnie Price on Days of Our Lives, has embarked on a deeply personal and transformative journey that extends far beyond the Salem town square. The actress, who first captured audiences' attention as the winner of America's Next Top Model Cycle 9, has channeled her recent struggles into a powerful movement designed to uplift and empower women across all walks of life. The conception of Women to Women emerged from what Stowers describes as a divine moment of clarity. Following an afternoon nap, she experienced what she believes was spiritual guidance. Hearing the simple yet profound phrase, "Women to Women," spoken directly to her consciousness. This pivotal moment occurred during what she candidly acknowledges as one of the most challenging periods of her personal journey, a time marked by intense emotional upheaval and self-reflection. From vulnerability to vision, the past year has presented Stowers with unprecedented challenges that tested her resilience and forced her to confront deep-seated insecurities she had long carried. Rather than allowing these obstacles to diminish her spirit, the actress made a conscious decision to transform her pain into a catalyst for positive change. She describes this period as a time when she deliberately turned inward, focusing intensively on her personal growth, self-love, and the cultivation of her feminine energy. This introspective journey led to profound realizations about the power she possessed within herself. Stowers began to recognize that her struggles, while deeply personal, were shared experiences that connected her to countless other women navigating similar challenges. The actress realized that her platform and visibility could serve a greater purpose beyond entertainment, becoming a vehicle for meaningful connection and empowerment. The mission behind the movement. The Women to Women series represents more than just a creative project. It embodies Stowers' commitment to providing the guidance and support she wishes she had received during her formative years. The concept is elegantly simple yet profoundly impactful, seeking out women from diverse backgrounds and experiences who are willing to share their hard-earned wisdom with younger generations navigating their own journeys towards self-discovery and empowerment. Stowers explains that during her teenage years and young adulthood, she often felt isolated in her struggles, lacking the kind of mentorship and authentic female guidance that could have illuminated her path forward. This personal experience of navigating challenges without adequate support became the driving force behind her desire to create a resource that could bridge generational gaps and foster meaningful connections between women. Breaking through fear and perfectionism. In a departure from her typically methodical approach to projects, Stowers made the bold decision to act immediately on her inspiration rather than getting trapped in the cycle of perfectionism that had previously held her back. She acknowledges her usual tendency to wait, to refine every detail, and to postpone action until she felt completely prepared and ready. However, this time, she chose to embrace vulnerability and authenticity over perfection. This shift in mindset led her to reach out directly to the show's publicist, initiating the project with a sense of urgency and purpose that surprised even her. The actress began documenting the women around her, starting with her immediate circle of colleagues and expanding to include members of her broader community. This organic approach allowed the project to develop authentically, capturing genuine moments of wisdom and connection rather than scripted interactions. The Days Family Support System. The response from Stowers' Days of Our Lives family has been nothing short of extraordinary, with numerous cast members enthusiastically participating in the Women to Women trailer and lending their voices to the cause. The project features an impressive array of talented actresses who have become integral to the Salem community, each bringing their unique perspectives and experiences to the series. Mary Beth Evans, who has portrayed the beloved Kayla Brady for decades, brings her extensive experience and wisdom to the project. Abigail Klein, known for her role as Stephanie Johnson, represents the younger generation of Salem residents, while Martha Madison's portrayal of Belle Brady adds depth and authenticity to the initiative. The inclusion of Jackie Harry, whose dynamic performance as Paulina Price has energized storylines, demonstrates the project's commitment to diverse voices and perspectives. Annalyn McCord's participation as Kat brings a fresh perspective from her recent addition to the cast, while Ella Cantu's involvement as Jada Hunter represents the show's commitment to showcasing strong, empowered female characters. Emily O'Brien's contribution as Gwen adds complexity and depth, and Stacey Hayduke's dual roles as Kristen DiMera showcase the multifaceted nature of female experiences. Sherry Jimenez's participation as Gabby completes this remarkable ensemble of actresses who have united behind Stowers' vision. The creative process and filming journey. The production process for Women to Women has been deliberately kept authentic and unpolished, prioritizing genuine connection over production value. Stowers made the conscious decision to film in natural settings, capturing spontaneous moments of wisdom sharing that feel organic and relatable to viewers. This approach reflects her commitment to creating content that feels accessible and authentic rather than overly produced or commercialized. The filming process has taken place in various locations, from the familiar sets of Days of Our Lives to more intimate settings where cast members felt comfortable sharing their personal experiences and insights. This variety of locations helps to create a sense of intimacy and authenticity that makes the advice feel more personal and impactful for viewers seeking guidance and inspiration. Platform strategy and future vision. Recognizing the importance of meeting her audience where they are most active, Stowers has strategically chosen TikTok as the primary platform for sharing women-to-women content. This decision reflects her understanding of social media dynamics and her commitment to reaching younger audiences who are most likely to benefit from the guidance and wisdom being shared through the series. The actress has been transparent about her uncertainty regarding the project's ultimate trajectory, acknowledging that she doesn't know exactly where the series will lead. However, her commitment to using her voice for positive impact remains unwavering, and she has made a public vow to continue advocating for women and girls, regardless of the project's evolution or expansion. The broader impact and legacy. The Women to Women initiative represents a significant shift in how entertainment personalities can leverage their platforms for social good. By sharing her own vulnerabilities and creating space for other women to do the same, Stowers is contributing to a broader cultural conversation about female empowerment, mental health, and the importance of intergenerational support systems. The project's emphasis on authentic storytelling and genuine connection positions it as more than just content creation. It serves as a form of community building that has the potential to create lasting impact beyond the digital realm. Through this initiative, Stowers is demonstrating that personal struggles can be transformed into sources of strength not just for oneself, but for entire communities of women seeking guidance and inspiration. Part 2. Days of Our Lives Spoilers. Maggie stands her ground against Tony. Will the Kiriakis family survive the latest Titan battle? Welcome back to Days of Our Lives, where family loyalties, old grudges, and corporate rivalries continue to collide in ways no one can predict. The latest storyline has brought Maggie Horton Kiriakis to the center of the storm, as she finds herself in direct opposition to Tony DiMera over the fate of Titan Industries. What begins as a quiet moment at home quickly spirals into a dramatic confrontation that could determine the future of both the Kiriakis and DiMera empires. Maggie loses her patience. At the Kiriakis' mansion, Maggie sits alone, poring over a stack of legal papers. The lawsuit against Titan is heavy in her hands, but the weight is heavier in her heart. She flips page after page, her eyes narrowing, her chest tightening. For Maggie, this isn't just about a company or numbers on paper. It's about Victor's legacy, the empire he built for his family, and the bonds that should hold them together. Frustration mounts as she reads the blunt, unforgiving language of the suit. Finally, her composure shatters. With a burst of anger uncharacteristic of her usually calm demeanor, Maggie hurls the lawsuit across the room. The papers scatter on the floor, echoing the shattering of her patience. She won't sit back quietly. She won't let Tony DiMera rip apart what Victor's sons have fought to preserve. Her mind is made up. Without a second thought, she grabs her coat and storms out of the mansion. Her destination, the DiMera estate. A collision of titans. When Maggie arrives at the DiMera mansion, she doesn't bother with pleasantries. She strides through the door like a woman on a mission, fueled by righteous anger and an unwavering determination to defend her family. Tony, lounging in his study with a drink in hand, is caught off guard by her sudden entrance. He has been enjoying a moment of calm, indulging in one of his favorite soap operas, the televised kind, not the Salem kind. The tranquility evaporates instantly when Maggie storms in. "Maggie!" He greets her with mild surprise. But Maggie wastes no time with small talk. She demands an explanation, her voice sharp and commanding. She reminds him that they have known each other for decades, that if they are truly old friends, he owes her the truth about why he's coming after Titan. Tony doesn't sugarcoat his response. In fact, he is blunt to the point of cruelty. Titan, he tells her plainly, belongs to Victor's sons by law, but the reality of business is harsher. He intends to claim what he believes is rightfully his, no matter who gets hurt in the process. Maggie, stunned by his callousness, stares at him in disbelief. "You're better than this, Tony?" she insists, her voice trembling with both anger and heartbreak. She pleads with him to reconsider, to remember the man he once was. But Tony, ever pragmatic, brushes her appeals aside. Maggie does not back down. With fire in her eyes, she vows to fight him every step of the way. If Tony insists on pressing forward, she promises she will use every ounce of strength she has to stop him. Tony, ever the strategist, counters with a cool suggestion. If Maggie can persuade Xander and Philip to strike a deal, perhaps this can all be resolved peacefully. Philip and Xander face reality. While Maggie and Tony clash at the mansion, another battle brews at Titan headquarters. Philip and Xander sit together, the weight of impending defeat hanging over them. They know the trial is looming, and the odds are not in their favor. Philip is bitter, openly venting his frustration at Tony. He reminds Xander that this isn't the first time Tony has sabotaged him. He brings up the failed alternative fuel project and how Tony's interference left him humiliated. His anger boils over as he mutters about how he once even killed Tony, or nearly did. Old ghosts haunt him, and bitterness laces every word. Xander, equally frustrated, tries to focus on strategy, but the truth is undeniable. Titan is slipping through their fingers. Alex and Brady join the fight. Just as Philip and Xander are debating their limited options, Alex walks in, interrupting their grim discussion. Alex, trying to defend himself, insists that none of this mess is his fault. To everyone's surprise, Philip backs him up, for once, siding with his brother instead of pointing fingers. Sensing the moment, Alex makes a bold suggestion. Bring Brady into the fold. If they want to stand a chance against Tony, they need every family member united. Reluctantly, Xander and Philip agree. At Titan, the four men gather. Xander and Philip on one side of the desk, Brady and Alex on the other. The tension is palpable, with the future of the company hanging in the balance. Xander and Philip lay out Tony's demands, catching Brady and Alex up on the dire situation. Both brothers are horrified, their expressions tightening with each detail. The trial is imminent, and they have little time to act. Then Brady speaks, and his words shock the room. Brady's harsh reality check. Brady doesn't mince words. He tells them plainly, Titan is lost. The company they are fighting over is little more than a shell, a hollow remnant of what Victor once built. The constant infighting, the endless lawsuits, the grudges. It has poisoned the very heart of Titan. The best move, Brady declares, is to let Tony have it. All of it. The others stare at him in disbelief. Brady explains that clinging to Titan will only destroy them further. Instead, they should take Tony's payout and use the money to start fresh, build a new company, one worthy of the Kiriaki's legacy, without the baggage of the past. He is sick of watching his family tear itself apart over Titan. Victor built more than a company, Brady reminds them. He built a family. If we can't honor that, then we've already lost. Fury and chaos. Xander explodes at the suggestion, slamming his fist on the desk. The idea of surrendering to Tony, of watching Titan fall into Demera hands, is unthinkable. Philip sides with him immediately, his pride and his anger refusing to consider Brady's logic. The room erupts into chaos as the four men begin shouting over one another. Accusations fly, voices rise, and old wounds are reopened. Years of sibling rivalries, jealousies, and unresolved grudges boil over in a storm of fury. Just when it seems the shouting match might come to blows, the door bursts open. Maggie storms into the office, her face blazing with righteous fury. "Enough!" she bellows, her voice echoing through the room with the authority of a matriarch who will not be ignored. The men fall silent, chastened by her presence. Maggie's entrance is more than dramatic. It's symbolic. She is the last thread holding the family together, the only one willing to put aside ego and pride for the sake of the legacy Victor left behind. The question of legacy. As the dust settles, one thing becomes clear. Titan may be the battlefield, but the war is about more than just business. It is about legacy, family, and the constant struggle between unity and division. Can Maggie convince Tony to reconsider his ruthless pursuit of power? Will Brady's plan to abandon Titan for a fresh start resonate with the others? Or will Xander and Philip's pride drag them all into ruin?